Hello everybody, how y'all doing today? This video I'm talking about several topics today, but they're all combined in one. The first one is about age of consent. You have a lot of people, especially men, I have to admit, on the internet saying how their state is. In age of consent is 16, etc. My state of South Carolina age of consent is 16, but you will still go to prison if you are past the age of 18 messing with a 16-year-old. And you got dudes out here that's trying to explain that logic and reason to me. I'm not falling for that. Me as a man in his 30s, I have no business talking to no 16-year-old. Even when I was 20, I had no business, and I never thought of dealing with a 16-year-old. And you got some dudes trying to excuse it like they won't go to prison for it. You guys are fucking idiots, and you better hope your state penitentiary isn't the one that asks for paperwork on your case. Because a lot of these prisoners in certain states, they don't take kindly to people with sex charges. They will hurt you and try to take your life, or at the very least take your manhood and extort you. On the flip side, you got women out here that's just now talking about how they were dating grown men, active criminals, drug dealers while they were underaged and in their 20s. So basically during their prime years, and now they have messed their life up, having multiple kids by multiple men. Some of those men are in prison or dead. Now you want the guy in high school that you laugh at and disrespected to come and marry you, take up for your bastard kids. As a single man, I say fuck that. You chose that bed, lie in it. This is why you have people like the Passport Bros movement coming up, guys that took the time to improve their life and got their body game right and then got their financials right. They shouldn't have to deal with some worn-out, hit-the-wall woman that wasted her youth. See, I get making mistakes when you're young. We all do it, but the thing is they continually made that mistake into their 20s as an adult. Now they have bastard kids running around and they are out of shape and their life is not in a good place and now want a good man? No, you lost the right to ask for that man. These same females are the ones sneaking in these nightclubs, messing with grown men underage with fake IDs, and then all of a sudden the man is a predator. No, you was at a 21 and older event, you had no place being in it. And if you're from the South, you should know some of these girls look older than they appear. All of hormones and food got some of these girls and guys getting developed at early ages. But back to the subject, some of these girls were messing around with grown men, and then now, when they get to adulthood, they're screaming that they were preyed on. No, you wasn't. You are being fast trying to be grown. Granted, there's some females who were teenagers who are actually being preyed on and targeted by grown men. This is not for y'all. Stayed in a child's place and some sick individual preyed on y'all. Y'all get my sympathy. The rest of these females that were being fast, they do not. And I don't care how much they cry and beg. Some y'all had to go through some type of process to get this fake ID to get in these 21 and older clubs and events. And then you found some grown man you thought was so attractive and you slept with him and he didn't know, because let's be real. All of them didn't know y'all were underage, some did. I know for a fact some of the grown men y'all was messing with knew y'all were underage. I've seen that too. But if you think you get sympathy out of me, you got another thing coming. A lot of guys now, we grew up seeing y'all messing with drug dealers, criminals, athletes, and grown men. Now that we're adults, you want us to come save you from your mistakes and marry you, and knowing that you still don't care for us, you just need the security blanket. No, because you wouldn't do that for me. If I messed up my life completely, especially me as an ugly man, and I already know no one's going to save me. And what gets me is you got certain women out here trying to portray that they were victims, that we were just a child. Yes, but at the same time, you knew what you were doing. You were complicit into doing that. It's not like you were like under the age of 13. A lot of y'all went out to do this stuff, and now a lot of y'all are butthurt and then try to blame men for everything. Especially black men, and then try to call all of us predators. No, a lot of us was the so-called lames that you wouldn't give the time of day. Only time you're trying to talk to us now is because you want something from us. It's the same black men that most of us don't even have kids out here. 80% of women are choosing the same 20% of men y'all have kids for and mess around with. That means y'all sharing men as well. Do us men need to get over that fact that we were clowned and disrespected in high school by a lot of people, including these girls, which are now women? Yes, we do need to get over it. I will say that and focus that energy into something else like improving our life. Their life is already going downhill fast, and unfortunately it's a good chance their daughters are probably going to follow the same path, and if they are single mothers and they have sons, there is a highly good chance that their son ends up being highly emotional, like a woman, and be an overall simp or just be an LGBTQ member. But I just had to speak my piece because I'm getting tired of people trying to change the narrative of things that they did, and now that they are victims when they were completely complicit in doing so. A lot of them were saying when they were teenagers that they need a real man, aka a full-grown adult that they were messing around with on the side, and that a little boy can't do nothing for them even though we were the same age.